So the question was, how will you approach the design in your future classroom? Identify the age or grade group. I don't really care or have a particular grade or age that I want to teach. I really like the pre-K primary age groups. Anything below third grade, I would prefer. Currently, I'm with 2-year-olds, and I just love being with my 2-year-olds. And so I'm just going to kind of describe their classroom, and because it's really similar to what it talked about on the previous page with the readings. So it's definitely all a 2-year-old say is, I can do it myself. I want to do it myself. It's all about me, which is very true. So it's really important to have furniture that's all toddler sized and everything's around what the toddlers can reach and what they cannot reach. So we have a bunch of cleaning supplies that we put way up high, locked so that they can't even see it or touch it. So that's important, so they can't touch that. But stuff like crayons and paper and stencils and the trucks are all there, like at their eye level and their reach, so they can grab it. Some of them are a little bit higher where they need one of us to help them grab it, but that also makes sure that they're just not terrorizing the room. But having the chairs and the table at the toddler size really helps for them just to feel more comfortable and independent, and especially having the toilet at their size helps them feel more comfortable during the potty training stages. Because I have a lot of the kids who just go ahead and sit on the potty with just their pants on, just because they see their friends doing it, and they don't need help climbing up there or anything. So it also helps get them encouraged to try using the potty. You want them to have access to choices, but limited choices. You don't want them to walk in a room and want to do everything at the same time, because your room will be super chaotic and there'll be things flying all over the place. So have choices, but limited choices. You should also have multiple sets of the same toy. I have learned this so much since I've been working with 2-year-olds. They all, once they see one of them with a toy, they all want it. It's just how it goes. So it's really good to have, instead of just a set of crayons, you have a big box of crayons, so they can all color. Because once they see one coloring, they all want to start coloring. Or one of them has a car, they all want the car. One has a book, they all want a book. So we also have a lot of sets of the same book, just in case one gets destroyed, or so they can all read and look at the same book that we are actually reading to them. So the other day we were reading Brown Bear, Brown Bear. So we had our big book of it, and we're reading it to them and showing them pictures. But later on, they could also take the littler books that we had of Brown Bear, and look at them themselves and pretend that they're reading and pretend that they're the teacher. It was really cute. With 2-year-olds, you can't really have a strict schedule. Nope. I learned that also. With 2-year-olds, they do what they want when they want. It's a 2-year-old world. Because I have 10 of them in my room. So it's what the 2-year-olds want and when they want. You can you can start building a schedule, but it can't be very strict. It just can't be. You have to be very flexible with them, because some days they need to take a nap very well, and they may not nap as long as they're supposed to. So you just have to wing it and kind of work around their schedule and do what you need to do. It's really gonna be light on your toes with 2-year-olds. You also need a big enough room, or a room with enough room for them to move, because they're going to be dancing and wiggling and trying to run and jump and crawl, and they're going to do everything because they're 2, and they use their fine motor or their gross motor skills constantly, because they're still working on the fine motor skills, but their gross motor skills, they're all over the place. In our room, we don't really have a timeout chair. We have a little corner in our room by the teacher's desk. It has some books in it, just in case like a child is getting upset because someone took their toy, or they're just 2 and they're tired. It's our cool out corner, so we can come sit by the teacher at our desk and read a book or do a puzzle and cool down. And if they need to talk to us, they can. So it's not really like a timeout chair because they're in trouble. It's a cool down time, so they can cool down if they're upset before they continue playing. And we don't make them go over there, really. They just, when they feel upset, they're like, Miss Amelia, I need to go to the cool out chair. And then they go themselves. So it's really good to establish that. We also have photographs of their family. And we also, next to the photographs of the family, we have a mirror so they can see themselves in the pictures with their family. And they can point at who's who, and, oh, there's my mommy, there's my sister. Oh, look, here I am. And here I am in the mirrors. They really love that. So yeah, that's kind of what a 2-year-old classroom is going to look like. In my dreams, at least.